Hello everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Railway Empire. It's July 10th, 1838, which means I have roughly 18 months to go before the big technology change, before we're able to enter 1840 eras, including new technologies and new items, etc. So that's one thing to look forward to, although I don't think I'm able to make it this gaming session. We'll see. We have 1 million in the bank, so that's done. We have, maybe I should have started there, 4 more tasks to do. Groningen, like I pointed out in the last episodes, that task won't work because excuse me for the cough and the silence, because getting all goods there and make the city grow, that's impossible, also because of what the AI is doing. The revenue task in 1846, well, we've got 8 years for that, so that should be possible. The beer in Schleswig-Holstein, it may be possible. It may be possible, but it basically means I have to buy and demolish a factory and replace that for a beer factory in an area where we have already beer going. So I don't know if that's a good idea. The 26 cities, that is possible. I need 7 more, and with what I have in mind, getting those 7 should be possible the moment I start expanding into this region. I already mentioned it in the previous episode. I plan to do a route Berlin. Probably skip Stettin, by the way. Berlin, Göslin, Danzig, Bromberg, Posen, Zielona Góra, back to Berlin, following this. So over here, I will have to remove some of the old tracks I built because I will have to make a crossing. But that's easy. So the 26 cities will be done. Even with this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities, I'm able to manage that. After all, it's one list for 1850, 12 years. So what else? Well, there are, of course, that's funny, there's a difference in cash here. Probably this is the quarterly report values. We also have 19, yeah, that's okay. But then there's my personal goals. And my personal goals are related to these. My first goal will be, well, actually, my complete personal goal is to remove all of the AI opposition. It'll take time, it'll take patience, and above all, it will take lots and lots of money. I mean, look at this. Only for her, I need 316,000. Sorry, 316 million to buy her shares, and probably, and that's the big thing, probably the same amount to buy the company with all her assets. So she got rail lines, she got 140 trains, the wagons, everything needs to be bought. Although I have 3 options, and I will probably in her case use option 3. Option number 1 is a complete merger, which means I get all her goods, all her items, the rail line, the trains, the wagons. Well, the wagons come by the trains basically. The trains, the tracks, the stations, the factories, the business, and rural business. Everything she currently owns will be mine. That's option number 1. Then there's option number 2, which is something I overlooked, but it's basically the complete opposite, which is I buy up the company and have everything destroyed. That means there will be, if I'm not mistaken, everything will be sold off, some sort of, and the money comes my way. So it's an investment which with a return, and that's it. I'm not 100% sure of it, but I think it's something like that. I don't know what happens with the regional concessions, though. So it's possible that I have to buy them again, while if I take over the entire company and merge it into mine, the concessions are mine too. Because I basically buy up everything what she has been investing in. If I destroy everything, I don't know. So that's option 2. Option 1 is a full takeover. Option 2 is complete destroy it. She gets the money and she's out. Unlike the Railroad Tycoon games, she won't start over. The third option, the third possibility I have is to actually leave her company be, leave her company be, but every profit she makes will end up in my pockets. And that's what I have in mind to do for her. Because if I'm able to take over him, for instance, Kesseldruck GmbH, which is short for German, I don't know what it actually means, but it has something to do with the now I forgot the English expression as well. The LTD, the limited, and things like that. Founded, whatever. Something like that. I'm sure if a German is watching this, they were able to explain this for me in the comments. If you want to, please do, so I can actually bring it up next time. Or the time after that, but something. Anyway, if I take over Kesseldruck, that means I got access to Scandinavia and I can actually expand there. That's not a problem with her. If I take over General Steam, however, it's already close to me, but there's only this small area. My guess is the moment I do that, she will start expanding to Ulm, Nuremberg, and probably Weimar to cut me off. And going to München, Pilsen, maybe if she wants to go on to Dresden, then, but she will try to cut me off. She will also head out to Torino, Milano, and Trento. Cut me off over here. So if I do that, I have to make sure that I'm able to work myself, protect myself here to actually form a buffer here. Then use München for a trip to Trent. Get over into Italy so I can eventually go south in Italy and southern France and basically cut her off entirely from Bordeaux, Toulouse, Montpellier, maybe Perpignan, Marseille, Nice. Just make sure that I got that, because from that point on, especially from Perpignan and later Bayonne, I can enter Spain. I already have a chance to move into Britain and Ireland, but she is the biggest competitor. If I let her run her network, and I'm also curious if she's able to expand if I own 100% of her shares, because that used to be a bug. But if I'm able to block her off, leave her be, while I own 100% of her shares, so I get all the profit, then I'm basically good. And at some point I can indeed decide to take things over and start laying down new tracks and all things like that. But right now I'll let them be. Maybe at some point when I get all the income I need, I slowly start buying up everything she owns, or better said, all the shares. She will be the hardest one, he will be the easiest one, and he's somewhere in the middle. But as you can see, she and her are very close to one another, so it will be interesting to eventually get her out of business. Anything else? No. So, like I said, the plants. We have salt here. I'm not able to get here from Stettin. No, I'm not. So I have to skip this. Yes, I am. At least from the passenger station, but I'm not from the cargo station. And I have 8 tracks connected. Okay, so salt. Let's get back into business. I only need do I really have to do lots of earthwork? Not really, I think. No. Sometimes it's so easy. might as well do this immediately. Because eventually I will need it anyway. And got funds for it now. At least we have salt for all my cities. Although it isn't needed in a while. 70,000. So. Passenger tracks are the first ones at the bottom. I do have to check the earthworks, although yeah, right. Ah, look at that bird. Look at that birdie. It's gone. Nice birdie. Speed. Always okay. Now, that's what. 100,000 left. I won't be able to do the other one, I think. Passengers. Bromberg, no Danzig. Ah yeah, Bromberg was going to become the next part. But that's going to be a small problem. This is the hub. So that one. Then I have to go down through him into Bromberg. So I have to buy 2 regional concessions. There's the roads. There. I put. Oh man. Let's set the switch at the complete wrong part. Because I want them on the inside first, not the outside. That's it for the time being. Yeah, that happens every once in a while. So this part is completely done. I'm waiting for the 30k. Okay. find a line now. Now I had a train. No. Don't be hasty. Don't be hasty. Passengers is the top track. Top track. Top track. That means this is passengers. Which then become bottom track. Oh, that's nice. Is that really true? Let's find out. That's supply. Might as well add Kalinowski. Because, yeah, the bottom track will become the passengers. Okay. So bottom track will become passengers. In that case, this is going to be Hussein, Hauptbahnhof, and that one coming Hussein, Vrachtbahnhof. And done. Which also means I need 142 maintenance stations. 3 maintenance stations. That's one. That's 2. I don't have anything here yet. This one is getting the restaurant, post office. I think I have to start implementing warehouses at some point. For the big goods. Not the... Now I might as well open the city, it makes it easier. Everything up from up to apples, fruits can be done with a direct line. Everything beyond that may actually need a warehouse. Let's take a look at that. porcelain. Strawberry. Let's do the passenger line first. This one is going down. That one is going down too. I'm going to do the main tracks first. Which in this case means freight. Aha. Go down. Okay. Just let the game run right now. Because I will need the funds, and at least things keep happening. I mean, I don't know how interesting it actually is if you see me only building stuff. So that's why. I hope I'm able to do the other one. Yes, I do. So we're heading off in present-day Poland. At the time, this was still West Prussia, this is East Prussia. The very infamous Danzig corridor probably had to be built here. But in 1830 that didn't exist yet, that whole problem. Nowadays, it's all Poland, except that, okay, this is Russian. This is Lithuania. And up to here is actually Poland nowadays. Because Stettin is part of it, and this is the border. And somewhat that direction. Anyway, that's not going to happen in our time frame, at least. No, research. Don't think so. 80, 90, 1900s. That's it. 1900s, and that's it. And it was 1918, 1921 before Poland actually became an independent state again. So let's do the rest. Let's connect the next stations. Danzig. Oh, I need to think. Because this one won't have Danzig. Split the Bromberg here. Actually, I have to make a double split, so I won't have to build. Can't build the track extension here yet. Because it will be a 4-grid at some point. I can build the track extension on the other side. Yeah. Same applies to this area. We're driving on the right side of the track. Hey, what's this? These are tracks. I think I know what the problem is. No, that wasn't the problem. Weird. Let's make it a bit longer and check what's happening now. Now it's working. Let's see what happens if I connect this. That works, okay. So it's most likely the turn. It was already making a turn, and I think the problem was the other turn added to it. This one needs to split. Kaminsky needs a maintenance depot. That one needs a maintenance depot. Then we have a city. Again. Passengers were at the bottom, right? Yeah. That's excellent, actually. Because I may be able to build my cargo station on one side of the factory. Oh, wrong button. And my passenger station on the other side of this road. Except I need to turn to the cattle over there. So,
The choice of location for your station does not seem plausible to me.
no, but you didn't listen to my explanation. Others did. I made a mistake. I still made a mistake. I dropped down the cargo station first. The cargo station is the one I wanted close to. Yep, I think I know what I should do next time. I'm sorry, dear passengers. But when you arrive in Bromberg, you will have the wonderful view of a beer factory from your windows. In a way, maybe I should do this, so I can always have the passenger train at the bottom of my screen. In a way, having my passenger station here is actually beneficial, because eventually it has to go this way, which means only one I need to adjust is the cargo going to Danzig. But Danzig is going to happen later. Now it's going to work out perfectly. On this side of the tracks, I'm able to build everything. No, not of the tracks. This side of the station, I'm able to build everything I needed. Nathan station. Passengers is at the bottom. I'm going to get a tricky one. So I have to make quite a sharp turn. I also need to do something else first. Water, water, no water. Satellite tower. These controls are quite annoying. To pick the right one right away. Yep. What I regret in this game is that you can't have a good overview with a horizontal view. If you want to lay tracks, you always have that angle. And what I would like to do is the same thing when I'm riding a train. Oh, hang on, I can better pick a train somewhat nearby. I want to have this. So when I'm laying down tracks, I actually have horizontal view. I can actually see what I'm doing. Right now, I basically can't. And yeah, that's making things a little bit annoying. Let's name tracks. Because this is the best I can get. When I don't lay tracks, even then, only then I'm able to see what happens on some level. But even at that point, can't see all. So maybe I could have avoided this. Well, in this case, it's not really needed. But yeah, that's not really pleasant. Yeah, there's no reason for you folks to call boo. The only earthworks are going to happen here. Not that bad. Built. Built. Done. Grid island. To me, this gives me so much more beautiful view stations. It's a feeling. I already know that a lot of trains are going to take first two platforms. It was a wrong feeling. Bromberg is going to be my hub. Which means I will later add tracks here going south into into the direction of the apples, the Kowalczyk breeding, and then Woods, and from Woods going east to Warsaw. Actually, yeah. So that means that Bromberg will also have 4-track gridiron, which in turn means that I have to demolish the entire inner platform. And because I'm going this direction, the other side is okay for now, but over there I will probably add a 4-track gridiron too. Eventually everything cutting back into 2 tracks here, so I can split off that direction to Danzig, like I said before. Now Poznan, or in this case that's the weird thing of this game. They're using Poznan, which is the Polish name, the current Polish name, because at the time it was German and called Poznan. At the same time, in the
Lucky you. The blackmailer tried to turn their threat into reality, but was caught in time by your security personnel.
yeah, of course. At the same time, Danzig nowadays is called Gdansk, and they use the German name here. Firstly, I don't know, but that's too probably having a German name. Königsberg is currently Kaliningrad, so they're not really sticking to use the historical names or the authentic names of the time or the current names from the modern times. Quite confusing. Bottom. Cargo station. No. Passenger station. Yep. Cargo. Third track. I actually wrote it down at some point. That way. I think it was on Steam where I wrote it down. About not being consequent with the naming. Sometimes they use international names, sometimes they use authentic names, sometimes they use local names. Another example for that '85 railway stations. Speaking of, 4 more cities. But another reason for that is, for instance, up here, Coruna. The Spanish name is La Coruña, which is completely different of what we see over here. So, I don't know. Rhymes is using the international spelling. So, yeah, like I said, some things are odd. Post connected, boom. Now let's finish this so I can actually start setting up the passenger route. We can do the supply trains next week. This is when building tracks all of a sudden becomes a nice thing. Hey, what kind of weird thing is this? No, I didn't. Hope you didn't hear the beep, but yeah, I had another sneeze. Sorry, people. Restaurants. Post office. Next step. Connect him. We're almost there. Zielona Góra and then Halbach. And from Halbach I have to go here. I have to remove those two. Not yet. Supply tower. Bring those two. Train station. This times it works a lot better. I need to go up. Somewhat like that.
Grandios! This is how a sabotage has to work.
What, it worked? Really? Did you have a lucky day? I don't see anything. Where did it work? Ah, here. Okay, that's going to hurt me. So it was you. Mate, do you have any idea who you'll be messing with? Probably not. want to build a station, I have to make sure that I put everything on the right side, the right angle. Especially when I'm trying to make it like this. Hang on a sec. Passengers on top. I know it's just nope. Angle. I will deal with that later. I want this part to be okay first. Okay, that part worked. This is going to be such a big mess. Because the cargo trains are driving at the bottom. So this one, the bottom tracks actually have to cross the passenger tracks. So I create something similar as I have over here. Oh well. This part works. Outside. And that part works too. Now we need the cargo. Realized there's something in pick from my phone a bit, because I got a screenshot from another game I did, in which I actually used the Polish names for the stations. That isn't a bridge. Is that a bridge? Ooh. I think this one may cause problems. Ah, it isn't. Ooh. Right. Wrong. So, got everything working. Right side, the other way. No, that's not true. I don't have anything working. I got the connection made. Still need to add a few things. extra parts like grid irons everywhere. And of course all the trains. And those were done. Side tracks. What do you mean, bad? Some of those grid irons are really tight on the tracks. Are there yet? Almost. Weird. Never mind. Again. The only thing needed right now are finishing touch of adding the buildings and the name. And for the name, like I said, I need to get a screenshot from a previous game because I'm not in the mood to start looking. Passenger was at the bottom, right? Yeah. If I make a mistake now, my Polish friends will kill me. This means Central Station. Which means it's going to have that, this, officially it's with the, not with the capital letters, but that means freight station. And why I'm using Polish names? Because that city was Polish. And let's turn the map a bit so I'm actually looking back normal way. Funny thing is, it should have been German because Dresden, Breslau have been part of Germany. Katowice was Poland. Katowice, Woods, that's basically all old Poland. So I don't know why this has the Polish name, but I'm going to use the Polish name. Just for fun. Zielogóra. Maintenance shed. Sorry, depot. Right. I don't know what actually that means, but okie doke. Ladies and gentlemen, I got my next passenger route done, and I need 3 more cities for the last task. Express. Dining car. Let's start by passengers. Badly. Firstly. And now, notice there's something wrong over here. Because I should have taken the central part. Ah, yeah, I know what's wrong. There's something I need to add over here. Paused. And now it works. Firstly, whoa. Button one is supposed to be passenger. So how come it went that way? I made a mistake. That works. Poznan. Gura. Ah, crap. Okay. Obviously, as you can see, I made a big mistake. So I need to redo a few parts. Starting with this is going to bottom, bottom, bottom. Central. Out. out, I simply made a mistake in Bromberg. Connection between Bromberg and Whistling went wrong. Thing is, that this connection isn't working now because that needs to be the top one. This route. Top one, top one. These 4 tracks. Merging. Exit here. So it's these tracks. This will solve it, but it's not the way I want to solve it. So the big question I currently have is how to get trains from this part to that part without using the 8 track, because that 8 track will block things for quite some time. I have 2 choices. I will think about that next week, and one of the reasons for that is the time over here, because there's some other things to do. Plus I've spent over an hour and 45 minutes on this game right now, and yeah, that makes I need something to focus on a little bit later. So I will pause for a while. Still, thanks for watching, and I do hope you've been enjoying this. I also hope that everybody's having a nice Christmas, because that one's coming up soon. And hopefully, with that nice Christmas, I'll be able to see you after Christmas. So, everybody, have a nice Christmas, a Merry Christmas, and a good week, of course. And I hope to see you next week. See you around. Goodbye.